Hey guys, my name is Gabriela. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm a certified life coach who also happens to be a flight attendant. So just to give you a little intro, I create content around self-development, self-compassion, and above all, self-love. This video will be about creating mini goals for yourself if you have something big you want to accomplish, and how to do that with self-compassion. Some of you may know, if you've been following me for a while, that I've been growing like a coaching business and I create content. So I consider myself to be a very creative person and an entrepreneur. And it's been really hard for me sometimes to be consistent in creating. And by that I mean, sometimes it's just hard to put things out all the time, like whether it's writing, making these videos, it's been a while, or just like posting on Instagram, for example. It's hard for me to be consistent because I'm a very spontaneous person. I love being in the present moment, and I sort of forget that I have this work I have to do. And by work, I mean my work in the world, my purpose, which I think is to share inspirational messages with you guys. I want to do that more frequently, and I want to be the type of person that can grow this business and get my message out there. And to do that, I do need to put in the work. So I sometimes struggle with that. So I came up with a challenge for myself so that I could work towards this really large goal of being, let's say, a coach, a spiritual teacher, whatever you want to call it. I created a little challenge for myself, which was to work 10 hours a week towards creating content and towards like all the administrative things I have to do for my business and whatnot. Basically for my side hustle, let's call it that. And it's been really fun to break it down in that way and to time myself and see how much time I'm actually spending on these projects that really fill up my heart. And it's about being more intentional with my time. So anytime that I'm working on something, whether it's making this video, whether it's writing my newsletters, I simply put the timer on my phone and see, how much I get done. And then I go on this clock in, clock out app that I downloaded on my phone. And I keep track of the hours that I'm working towards the stuff that I really love. Now, when I first started, I didn't get as many hours as I wanted to. I didn't reach that goal of 10 hours. And in the past, I would have been really mad at myself. I would have thought that I was, kind of being like a loser, that I was being lazy, or that I wasn't trying hard enough. And it would have fed this belief that I am not good at consistency, which I think sometimes is like a fear that I have, that I'm not going to be able to accomplish those goals because I can't put in the work. So that's like a fear-based story that I've kind of had for a while now, and I've been trying to understand and look at in the eyes so that I can change it and create a more compassionate story. So now that I'm aware that I have this story going on, that I'm not good at consistency, I can look at it in a very compassionate way, and I can choose a better story for myself, which is that I'm simply doing my best. And I really was doing my best. I had planned on working during a long layover, but was instead rerouted and had to work that entire day. So plans changed. This was a circumstance that was out of my control, and I had to be really understanding with myself about that. So once I understood that I really was simply doing my best, I could let that go. I could let myself breathe, take the weight off my shoulders, and just decide that I was going to keep trying no matter what. And this week I've been pretty successful at getting in my hours, and I'm really proud of myself for that. Once I created that new story, that new reality for myself, which was that I'm simply doing my best, then I could just decide that I can continue next week trying, and that I can make this a really fun process. Instead of having it be something that's like a burden or something that I have to do, I had to remind myself that this was a self-imposed challenge, meaning I was choosing to do this. Nobody was telling me to. So if I'm choosing to do it, it should be enjoyable. So when you're thinking about what you want to get done, everything you want to accomplish, I want to challenge you to scale back a little bit and see what you can do on a weekly or daily basis. For example, for me, it's putting in those 10 hours a week. And how can you be compassionate towards yourself if for some reason maybe that's too much a certain week? what story can you create for yourself instead of thinking of it as a failure? Because usually it's that feeling of failing that keeps us from trying again and trying in a joyous way. Focus on that positive story. Keep telling yourself you're doing your best or whatever it is you need to hear. And remember that it's all about the journey, and it's all about the relationship we have with ourselves throughout the journey. If we're loving and kind to ourselves, it's going to be so much more fun, I promise you. So let's go get them. Let's get those 10 hours a week in if you're with me. I just want to let you know that where you can find me now is my newsletters. I've been really pouring my heart into these weekly newsletters that I write. And they're about something that I'm going through that week, some like life lessons I'm learning, and that I want to share with you because those insights can often help you as well. I will definitely link that below. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that little bell so that you know when there are new videos up for me. All right, love you guys so much.